Welcome back to Season 2, Episode 1 of My Wife's Chef. Today we are going to the continent of Europe. I was going to pick a country, but it's too hard to pick. So instead what we're going to pick today is a people. And today we are going to make Viking stew. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So we're going to see how the Vikings lived. Alexa, when were the Vikings first discovered?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the Vikings discovered Iceland in 861, Greenland in the 980s, and Newfoundland in about 1000 AD.
So the Vikings were a big influence in Europe, and they always wielded the big sword, traveled in long ships. Now, an interesting fact, the word Viking itself means raider or pirate, which isn't very good, but that's the way it goes. So I'm going to show you all the goodies and all the yummies that they put in their Viking stew. What we have today is we have 1 pound of cubed beef, 2 tablespoons of butter, 3 carrots, 2 parsnips, 2 turnips, 2 onions. We have a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of pepper, teaspoon of thyme, teaspoon of rosemary, a teaspoon of rubbed sage, and 4 cups of beef broth. So those are our Viking ingredients today. Just imagine thousands of years ago, the Vikings, this is what they ate, what we can eat today. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 2 tablespoons of butter and melt that down. Take my 2 onions, chop them up. Take my 1 pound of beef cubes, throw it all in the pan. Just caramelize the onions a little bit, brown the meat a little bit, and then I will start chopping up the other ingredients. It's definitely going to take me some time and do some chopping, but it's going to be worth it in the end. So I'm chopping the onion up. Doesn't have to be pretty. Chop it up however you want to chop it up. Just make sure you chop it up. The butter's melting right now in the pan. And as you can see, there's no rhyme or reason how I'm chopping this onion up. Just get them chopped up and get them in the pan. And they will be yummy. And then we've got to put the meat in there too. Throwing in our pound of beef, and you can hear the sizzle on that already. Boys, this is going to be good. I can't wait. My mouth is watering. Okay, and we are back, and here I've got everything cut up, my parsnips, turnips, and carrots. I've got my spices all mixed up, and my meat and onions are already cooked up and caramelized a little bit, so we are ready to put it all together. All right, so we have it all together now, and you're just going to put it in there, all the yummy stuff, and it's going to cook on a low medium for about 1 to 2 hours. You'll have to keep your eye on it. And we have a whole thing of beef broth. 32 ounces, or 4 cups, 8 ounces of beef broth in a cup. Then we have our 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of pepper, 1 tablespoon of thyme, 1 tablespoon of rosemary, and 1 tablespoon of sage. So we are going to mix that up. We're going to put a lid on that. Alexa, start a timer for 1 hour.
Good evening, John. 1 hour, starting now.
And when this is all done, we're going to come back and we are going to enjoy Viking stew. Yeah! So I just wanted to do a correction. I wanted to do it quick. That is a teaspoon and not a tablespoon of salt, a teaspoon of pepper, a teaspoon of thyme, a teaspoon of rosemary, and a teaspoon of sage. Just wanted to do a quick shout out and say thank you for my Christmas present to John and Shelley of Reynoldsville. It was wonderful. I loved it. It worked well with all the cutting of the vegetables. I wanted to give a shout out to the sorority at UPJ Phi Sigma Sigma. You girls do fantastic work over there, and only because one of the sorority members was my daughter. Thank you. So I turned it down. We are about 10 minutes past here. We have 10 minutes gone already. I did have it on high just to get the boil going. Then I turned it down to low, so once the boil got going. So I'm going to go this next 49, 50 minutes on low. So I can tell you this, though, it smells really good. Okay, so we are back, and we've done a whole hour. And basically an hour is all it needed. We are going to try it. And boy, did it smell good. I just take a scoop of this. And it's still scalding hot. Wow, this is what the Vikings ate. Let me get it going. My mouth's literally watering. It smells delish. I could have so been Viking. They ate so good. So that's it today on My Wife's Chef. Don't forget to like and subscribe and join us for season 2, episode 2 next. Don't forget to leave a comment and recommend a country or a people. That's all for today.